So we're almost to our destination. We had to stop and refuel here with some whatever you want to call it, stuffing to fill your stomach. So we'll keep you updated on the trip here. We got about another half an hour and we'll be heading up into the dirt roads here, heading back to the mountain. I'm hoping there's snow back there, which I'm sure that there will be. I'm sure there'll be a lot of ice too. So we're going to be hunting on public ground. This is all open public ground, so it should be an interesting hunt. I'm very familiar with hunting up here. I've been hunting up here all my life. It's very thick and the deer are very wary. It's not your typical normal hunt here down home at on a farm or something like that. So, hey, we'll keep you updated, so stay tuned. It's dark. We're approaching the cabin down here. Coming down, it's a little icy, and but not too bad. I was hoping for snow. Weather predictions were saying snow and ice, but I don't see a whole lot of what they were saying. But that shouldn't surprise you at all, right? Here we go. We're coming up to the cabin. Looks like we've got a couple people here already for this Monday, and we're gonna find ourselves a parking spot and get unloaded. Hey, here we go. We're in Bald Eagle State Forest, central Pennsylvania. Believe it or not, there is a trail here. This ain't gonna be fun. In case you can't tell, this is a pretty good grade on a hill. We're working our way up to a place called the Flat. And I'm certainly not 20 years old anymore, I can tell that. We're gonna work our way up here quietly, because they tend to sit along this trail sometimes. Once in a while you can jump one. Taking a little breather. This snow is excellent. been seeing a lot of tracks coming up through here. Some within the last half hour, probably some within the last hour. The tracks aren't completely snowed in. A couple of them were just barely snowed in, but they were coming up over and going back down in here to the flat. So we're going to cut off filming right now so we can reserve some battery power. I'm doing this all on a GoPro. It's just so beautiful out here, especially when it snows. This is the best part, even if I don't shoot anything or I don't see anything. It's just being out in this mountain. And all these mountains up here. There are 7 mountains right in a row. And just little stats here is I'm with a 8mm Mauser. Was put together by a man who's was a expert gunsmith. All German World War II parts. It's a fantastic rifle. And I just chose this one this time. I like to take them, each one of them for a walk. One a year. So we're going to cut off right now, and I'm going to head down through this thick stuff over into what we call the flat. We're going to put up some estrus and just hunker down and be quiet and see what we come up with. So it's about 11:30. Trying to talk quiet here. Stopped here. I'm going to eat my lunch and head over to the creek and kind of watch over across the creek onto the other side of the mountain. See if anything traverses that side. I shot a deer a couple years ago there. A nice 6-point. They seem to like to come down around there. I stopped here because I got a good long view, which is unusual. And certainly the snow is helping us out. So I hope you can hear this. And I wonder how Scott's doing over there. We've got a couple other guys up at the cabin here, and they're hunting too. They're hunting over 2 mountains over. So I'll have to check in with them when we get back, see how they made out. So here we are, we made it down to Rock Run from the flat. It's really a shame. Most of these trails are getting all grown up. I had a heck of a time coming down through there. I was trying to help to clear a path, you know, keep the growth down, but a little bit of a losing battle. Nobody else is walking it. So I'm at what they call the Rock, here at Rock Run. And we're going to hunt this side just a little bit because I like to come around the side here. And with that snow, we can see them come through the laurel. I'm pretty tired. Legs feel like noodles. And here's a good shot of Rock Run. So we'll just sit here for a little while, rest up, and see if we get anything coming around. All right, man, where's the big buck?
They got one.
Who did?
Whoever put the drive on.
Oh, yeah?
They got one out of there. But they
Right.
started on our end and
Say hi, Mom.
instead of pushing everything into us, they started right behind us and pushed back.
Oh, okay.
So that we didn't.
I knew that's what was going to happen. They go that way. They're going to push him out.
Right.
Nothing doubled back and.
Andrew saw 2 doe and a spike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
I just saw wet slush and more slush.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
I saw some widowmakers, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, there's some big branches falling out of them trees, man. I was getting a little nervous. Some of them, they were getting a little close.
One right above me, but it was a small branch. I just ducked my head.
Oh, yeah?
Snow on me.
About 10 or 10:30, I'm sitting there all snug, just like, I'm going to stay out here all day probably. And all of a sudden, drip, drip,
Yeah.
drip, 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 right on my head.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
you
really?
gotta be kidding. So I moved over, right on my thigh. So I moved over more, and ting, ting, ting was hitting it.
Right.
Oh, my tree stand making this ting sound. I'm like,
Right.
and I tried to, actually I was gonna move my tree stand, but by the time I got all that done, it was just dripping like crazy, and I got soaking wet in my
Right.
hands. I'm like, I'm done.
I was okay till about 11 o'clock. Everything just started turning to slush.
Yeah.
The slush was falling out of the trees on me like crazy, and it was like, I just ended up getting saturated and freaking wet, and I was just like, you know what? I hit Rock Run, and Rock Run, man, that's pitiful, man. The path's almost completely gone, and it's like coming down through there, stuff was sticking to my boots. I had like 20-pound slush balls stuck to my boots. I'm done, man. I'm going. I got to go get warmed up.
They had 2 buses down there. They were, what's the one,
LVC.
Yeah. Is that Lancaster or something?
Lancaster Valley.
Lebanon Valley?
No, Lancaster. See, there's new Lancaster Valleys right over here.
Oh.
Like 2 valleys over, it's New Lancaster Valley.
Okay.
I don't know if that was Lichens.
They have the beige bus.
Yeah.
And then the other was that little, like, mid-size orange bus.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who has
But
what.
those guys were old.
What was it like? I wonder if it was Lichens, maybe.
Maybe it. Lancaster County. I don't know. But those guys were sitting leaning against a tree. They looked like they were froze to death.
Right.
And we waved to them. They wouldn't move.
Right.
They didn't wave.
Right.
Looked like they're 117 years old.
Maybe they were.
They were, maybe. But, they pushed out, like right where Jeff's at. That trail that goes down.
Yeah.
I was on the right side, I was on the left. They started at the trail and went his way.
Is that Kerstetter Trail?
Yeah.
But they pushed the bear out.
Oh, did they really?
Right down from the trucks. I took a walk down, and there's bear tracks.
Oh, wow. Cool.
They're little ones, maybe about the size of my fist.
Right.
So not little, but
Yearling, or just left mother this year, probably.
Probably a cub, but-
2-year-old. There was tracks up through there. I saw two rubs, and I saw various tracks just meandering around, but I didn't push anything. I didn't jump anything, and nothing.
No shoot.
No, didn't see anything.
compared to Saturday was so much shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
We
lot.
heard nothing today except this.
I heard one shot. Maybe that's, I don't know. That could have came all the way, or I could have echoed. It sounded a little closer than that,
Well, they
though.
shot about 3 times, 3 or 4
Oh.
times. The one guy said he saw the buck and he tried to get a shot. He wasn't one of them. They must have got past him, and I think that's when they got it, because we were parked there at the Y past the Vista.
Yeah,
And
you
I
couldn't
parked into one little parking spot there, and there was blood there, and you could see where one was drug out.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
it must have got past that one guy, and somebody
Yeah, he said
on the standers probably got it or something. I don't know.
he said he couldn't put enough antlers on.
Right.
You know, so I guess
We're heading up here to a spot that don't have any name. It's just a spot where we A lot of deer across up here. For a couple different reasons, too lengthy to go into. Gonna end the day here. Nobody's bagged anything. We're gonna give it a shot here up here and just end the day right up from the cabin and see what we can do. See, it's beautiful up here. Take a look at this. This is just beautiful. Okie doke. We're at our spot here. Looking to see if we have any sign. I see some real small prints. But we'll go up here and see what happens. We gotta go up there and drag it in?
No, I didn't see a darn thing.
No? I only
snow.
I saw a little bit of tracks and then lots of slushy snow, and that's it.
Yeah. Lots of snow.
Yeah.
Widowmakers.
Yeah. Oh man, plenty of those, man. Yeah. I saw some big ones coming down. I was like getting a little nervous.
Yeah, yeah, I kept looking up. Yeah.
Were you able to find the trail at all?
I've lost the trail as I progressed down. It just was gone.
When you're on your way up though,
yeah.
Oh, you found the trail? Was it marked?
No.
There was no mark?
No.
That's crazy. That trail used to be really well marked.
No,
but,
it's not marked.
You see any sign of anything?
No.
No? Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, the other guys, the younger one, he saw three. I guess he said 3 doe. The other 2 guys didn't see anything. They got saturated. I got saturated. I came in a little early.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I dried out just a little bit, and then I went up from the cabin and went up there where they kind of come down across there sometimes. So yeah. I was just standing up there for like 45 minutes. So I thought I'd better come down here and pick you up. So.
I only heard 2 shots all day.
I heard 1. That's it. You heard 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, jump in. I'll take you up. That concludes our hunt upstate. We came through with nothing. Nobody got anything. None of the guys the rest of the guys at the camp got anything. But I don't know about you, Scott. I had a good time.
I did too. The 2 old guys at it again.
Yeah, 2 old guys. The 2 old guys. And so tomorrow, I think, Scott, you said you had to go back to work.
Yeah.
But I'm off to Michaud State Forest with another friend of mine, and we're going to do a hunt up there and see what we can do. So we'll just continue this video right on into that. Hey Darren, buddy, what's going on?
Good seeing you. Hey,
today we're going to hunting with my buddy here, Darren. Yesterday we were upstate, Bald Eagle State Forest, and we didn't see anything. There were 7 of us up there. Nobody saw anything. Got one guy saw 3 doe, but he didn't have an antlerless license for the area. So, but I didn't see anything. Nobody else saw anything. So today I'm hunting with my buddy Darren here. We're going to go to Michaud State Forest, right outside of the famous Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and we're going to check out and see what we can do out there. What do you think our hopes are today?
Yeah, I think it's going to be better than yesterday for sure. I think these deer were laying in. We did have some inclement weather down here. I think you had it worse up there.
Oh man, snow and slush, sleet.
Yeah, and I think the area we're going, you seen it a couple years ago. It's a pretty decent area. Plenty of sign of deer in there through the years that I've hunted off and on in this area since 2002. I have seen plenty of deer in there. I've seen sign of bear in there.
Oh, really?
Oh, the 1 year I went in there, this bear he must have had a section 30 yards by 30 yards squared. This tree's just ripped up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it was unreal. But I haven't seen that in a while, but they're in there.
Right. So. Well, tell me your story. You got a monster buck story, I think, in there.
Yeah, when I first started hunting it, I'd set up wrong, and this is about learning where to go in and how to set up. And I was in a tree stand, and I should have been more on the ground where this area you'd see better. And you seen the area.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'd hit a mature grunt call. I'd heard something thrashing in the leaves, and I hit this grunt call once, and I just heard these feet coming through the leaves, and he came in, and I was waiting, but he stopped. and he was just waiting, and I was waiting, and I was just set up wrong. If I'd have been on the ground, I'd have seen him.
Right.
And I heard him walk out that logging road. He had circled around and went out. And I heard about a week later, a guy was in there bow hunting and said somebody had killed a monster buck in there, so had a big drop tine and everything. And I'm thinking, could this have been it? Well,
right.
I was set up wrong, so I paid the price.
More than likely, more than likely. Hey, well, let's see what we can go do here. Let's hit it, man. Let's go fill the tags.
Absolutely.
All right. Michaud State Forest. And oh my word, what a blessing. Look at this. No laurel. No laurel. So it's a little bit longer, better shots here, a little bit better visibility, and on that laurel upstate, they just crawl through it. You know, sometimes they just don't even get up; they just crawl through it. But here, you got a little more visibility. All right, here we go. We're heading into this area. This is one of Darren's favorite spots. We'll go ahead and see what we got going on here. There's nobody else here, so
Nice.
That's the nice part about it. We got a little bit of wind today. Yesterday was no wind at all, so I think I was reading like up to 24-mile-an-hour gusts or something today. So it's going to be a little bit more chilly with that wind blowing. So, and away we go. Those are all fresh rubs. They're still wet. That's
3 rubs and 3 scrapes. And inside 7 yards.
right.
Don't tell me you deer.
They're fresh. They're fresh.
Very.
I seen sign coming all the way up through.
Yeah.
I think let's lay low for about 5-10 minutes.
All right.
Then we'll start in again, just to mix them up a little bit of what we're doing.
Well, yeah, because we're going to have to change pattern and shoot down the ridge now because the road is right up there.
Gotcha.
So, because this is where the trail goes. See, I thought I was lost for a minute because I hadn't been in here for so long.
Right.
You know, I hunted in here one time with a tree stand. This is a good place.
Yeah.
And I seen a doe come in. She kept looking behind her. Probably a buck behind me, never saw him. But you know, it's a good area. This whole area is good.
Right. So it concludes our hunt up here at Michaud State Forest. Lots of sign. We went down in and we kind of ran around the big, almost like a big grove, and then came up from the backside and pushed through there. Saw lots of sign in there. Didn't push any deer that I saw, but there was definitely deer around here. And then we followed it all the way down and way down past the grove and come up through a hollow here and back on the road. Darren's got to go pick his boys up from school here shortly, and I'm not sure what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to take them out hunting.
We'll be back out here this evening. Maybe
yeah.
maybe we'll sit down where we saw them scrapes.
Right. That's a good spot. And maybe I'll throw a 3-ringer in here and hit the state park where I do the goose hunting. Take the that's shotgun only out there. Archery, muzzleloader, and shotgun. So maybe I'll take the shotgun out there with a slug and sit down for a little bit and see what happens. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Might make the wife a little angry, but it'll work, man. It'll work. So
yep.
Hey, then we'll see you in a bit. So my buddy Darren and I decided to give it one more go here. We got the morning to hunt till about 11 o'clock. I heard a bunch of shooting over that way. Think those were waterfowlers?
Oh, ain't no doubt in my mind.
Think it was waterfowlers?
Yeah.
Yeah, by cracking off the way they were, I think it was
I would think
autoloaders.
so.
So I think what I want to do here, man, nothing's moving at all. There was somebody over there in a stand right down from their house. I saw him walk in, but down where I was begins a really thick cover.
Right.
So what I thought we would do is I'll have you go down kind of this way. We'll sweep down a little bit, go down this way. I'll take the bottom end, and we'll see if we can push anything out.
Sounds good.
And what I'll do is I'll drop you off right at the beginning of that thick stuff.
Right.
I'll continue down and I'll see if I can flush something out to you. How's that sound?
Sounds like winter.
All right, man. Man, the waterfowlers are booming away. Kind of makes me wish I was out there. That's why I love watermelon so much. Oh yeah. Guys are off the tip of the island. Now what I just showed you there was a nice rub. Looked a little older, like maybe a couple days. But it means they're in here. Here's where it gets a little funky. Gonna leave the camera on through this stuff. Goose isn't in right now. Only ducks. The geese are flying. When goose opens up here, you know where I'm going to be the first day. Now we're running into some deer paths here. We're bound to run into another rub. Three days, 3 public lands. This is all public land hunting we did. No private farms. No paid lease. All public. All right. All right, so here we go. These hedgerows go all the way around the lake. Lots of deer paths through here. We're gonna hunt the last part of our hunt this morning. We're gonna push these hedgerows. You can see Darren down there. He's on the lake side, and I'm on the upper side. Hopefully all the deer haven't been pushed out. He's taking my hat off. So Darren, there ain't nobody that can say that we didn't try.
I guarantee you.
Hey, 3 days, 3 different public lands. Saw a lot of sign here. We ran them hedgerows down there to end out the hunt. Saw a lot of sign down in there. Those deer are here. They're just not where we are. So hey, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the stir-fried goose recipe. Stay tuned for more recipes coming up. If we can bag some venison, we'll be bringing that up there then too. So you all take care. Just remember, good times, man. Good food, good hunt, and good times. Later.